I'm Manik Senanayake. Welcome to my channel GETHIRED. Thank you for joining me for another career insight moment. Today we'll look at some of the things or key considerations when you are about to face a telephone interview or a video interview. Now, if you might say that more or less same if it is especially a video conference. No, it's not, because the ambience, the energy level, and it's totally different just gazing into a screen as opposed to live conversation. So the approach is slightly different. So usually the video conferences or telephone interviews are usually held for pre-screening purpose, especially if it is in the same geographic region in one country. This is for a pre-screening initiative just to limit the candidate pool, just to get a feeler of who the candidate is, whether he has the right competencies, whether he will be a cultural match, and more importantly, his personality, and also his expectations, whether in terms of what you expect from the organization, and also probably to a great extent they will ask you about the salary questions as well, just to see whether you are on board with the current salary structures, because even if you have the competencies, the salaries expectations are different, then you might not be motivated to work. So that is just a feeler, just to separate the good apples from the bad apples. So here the limit or the duration of the interview will be very much less than a traditional one. Now, this is having said that sometimes video conferences are held, especially video conferences are held to fill an overseas particular position. So in that case, it could be the final interview, because usually it is held because you can't get every single candidate for the first interview, because that will be a logistical nightmare. So this is, as I said, is a pre-screening, but at the same time, a lot of people will not get that, especially ones who are pre-selected or actually come through a strong referral. So let's dig it in and see what are the things that you need to be very careful of. Now, first one is the energy level. You need to have like really positive energy, because your interview is just gazing into a screen. So the last thing they want to see is someone who is dismal, who is negative. And so you got to have a lot of positive, responsive characteristics emanating from your body. So body language, the engaging, the tone, because right now I think you have only, if it is a telephone conversation, you have only about 45% of the communication asana. 38% is tonality, words are just 7%. So trying to achieve a 100% impact from 45% strength is a challenge. Even video conference is different, because even if you can see him, it's totally different to talking to someone live. The vibrations are much more effective. So having said that, make sure that your equipment are clear, the voice is clear, equipment is all set up, and that your voice is communicated very clearly. Number two is basically your answers, questions needs to keep it short, concise, because you are gazing into a screen, the interviewer, they could really switch off very quickly. So you need to create some excitement and some interesting figures and facts probably every 15 seconds when explaining or responding to questions. So make sure that what you say is not a drag, it's not so much detail. So you need to have what is called an elevator pitch. So usually elevator pitch, you need to have concise all your experience and skill set and skill relevance within probably 20 seconds, and definitely less than 30 seconds, so that if you want a quick snapshot of what you can bring to the table, you can have that elevator pitch ready to go. Number three is basically the script. The same script has to be natural, especially if it is a telephone conversation where you can't see the other person. You need to have the script narrative ready. So when you have the conversation, make sure that you have listening skills. So you listen to the person, let him finish the question, let the interviewer finish the question, and then take a pause. Take a pause, consolidate your thoughts, and then respond. Don't wait for the question to not to finish and then quickly respond as if you are reading off a script and they can't see you. This is true of video conferencing as well. So in a video interview as well. So take a pause, listen to the question, gather your thoughts, and then answer. And then, of course, the technical fit. The key USP is that they are going to gauge whether you have that technical or competency skill set. So make sure that you have response, especially on a telephone conversation or interview or even a video conference, that your technical capabilities are really concise, and it has examples, it has achievements, it has numbers, it has quantification, a lot of quantification, and keep it ready because you don't have the luxury of a live interview to really brag it because you are just gazing into a screen. So have a competitive, because that's competitive. Your competencies, need to match the JD as well. So you need to research the organization. So keep it concise, keep it ready, because that is your key USP, unique selling proposition. That's what they're really looking at. And of course, have some great intelligent question ready to ask the interviewer. And that shows that you are committed and you know different aspects of the organization. That shows that you are really interested about the role. And then of course the ambience. It goes on without saying that select a place which is very quiet, no disturbances, the lighting is right, and don't go empty stomach and don't go just after a meal. Have a moderately empty stomach so that you're easy. Your body posture has to be positive, not stiff but positive, and relax. It's not just pre-scripted. So ambience, get the equipment ready. The reception has to be great, because pointless if you articulate good responses, but if you can't hear him, or if there are disturbance or breakdown of frequency. So if it is Wi-Fi, make sure that the Wi-Fi reception is great. So these are some common sense. And you can really finish the interview by asking, by thanking them, and also thank them for your time and effort, and also ask for the next steps. And I think that's pretty much, these are some of the areas that keep basic consideration that you need to take into account, both in a telephone and even a video conference. So if you like this video, please share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to my channel Get Hired by clicking on the subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Take care of yourself.